The expected effects of healthcare reform to the business community, new healthcare coverage costs, a mandate for certain employers to provide health insurance or pay a penalty, and new taxes. But while the actual effects will vary from business to business, one thing remains constant, at least for now: there are a lot of questions. From large financial institutions to small family-owned restaurants, healthcare reform is having an impact on the way local businesses will be conducting business.
It's affecting us much greater than we had anticipated.
The little guys like myself are just we're just waiting for what's going to happen.
Chris Poulos is co-owner of the White Horse Tavern on Flint's west side, a family-owned business celebrating its 40th year in the community.
I don't believe I am going to be affected as an employer, Chris Poulos, employer at White Horse, because I fall under the threshold of 50 people.
But while falling under that reform threshold with a staff of 17, the owners of the White Horse say they still have a responsibility to their staff.
I have to figure out how to do something to help them, because they have to pay something, do something, or face a fine or a penalty of some sort. And again, nobody knows what that's going to be.
The questions, frustration, and confusion associated with healthcare reform are not just limited to the small business owner. Across town at the Burton headquarters of ELGA Credit Union, management and employees are also searching for answers.
Well, I think there's a lot of confusion around it right now. So the sense is, just tell me what it's going to look like, what's it going to cost us, and am I going to have the same coverage I've always had?
Questions and confusion aside, ELGA employees and management are already realizing one certain ripple effect of healthcare reform. For the first time in their 62-year history, ELGA is now forced to turn to their employees for help.
They're getting a copay that they never had before, or an increase of what they had.
We're going to do what we have to do and go from there.
Well, Chris and Karen both agree on one thing. Karen says confusion seems to be the word of the day, while Chris says we really just don't know what's going to happen.